Minko, Lawyer Jerry Ahmed Saib, Ewo ha, one ne panyina, Yaneno AD and Obiba Weija-Gbawe, Mrashebidwani, and no, Maminko na Memmano Ajo, na Mimisase Empom, saying ene enyumre, because yes, who. Metin am say what we saying sa ni nipa wu o sama imajo
oh to me host your some idea say show no ye be no osu cemetery amenia obo ho modern pa the special Paul Ambantemu bonohin o ya de pa Nyameshwa onshwa asasipa force. Now we are excited about the fact that you are giving opportunity to people obia tie obi obia contribute bi ebepono enyeze NIB ka si abonten a yebechiw enti the movement ni nkofo a mo other stations bi obi kokan I think is it
Gordon Nasari.
The U-turn is too much in this president government. No, Nyama waka say oba obeye, and what we are seeing within the period. Sometimes we sorry now we must show be on. It's not going to be easy, but it's good that we are seeing some of the traits now.
Okay.
And easy. Inti empire here.
Nyameti asi inshallah. Ebeye. What is yes, what we need to say? Or family to almost saying?
My name is it was a funny joke. And the man shut down for any strength and time. But over the period, phone calls are many. More than any, I've received more than several calls. In fact, Obia Obem, Obia Otia, Obia Obekacho, Obia your calls, baby. Oh, sir, Obi Freeman, I say, yes, you will. I mean, me well trained. My men throw me when I'm in found in Shema Sana. The me bra pack I say, I got me was a CBO. Eponym. I love be because I'm a fisherman. Yeah, but it's politics. And the misinformation and the propaganda is sometimes devastating. And sometimes we be someone say, "Intiden kra na ne pashe." Na nkrofo na o posti no. Manya da fofo bebre o mo man hwe nkrofo na o posti na yen hwom na yen chichom. Me nti sa. Wona ozi me wo nyonyame. Ndi wo nyonyame dia nyame mfa obo ne nchew. Nyame ma wo nche na wo home se me so ma che. Manya sika. Me wa hoden Ghana tumpon. My family tumpon, my Weija-Gbawe for tumpon, everybody closer to me and all the people that matter. So that you see, say, nipa na nga o pese onguno. Oti ho. Ne ho we ding chen. So I don't see myself as one of the people who get worried about this.
But your family swear.
Oh, I mean there are people out on him say be omutisanya mana omakuma. And I say will be friend and I'll see. Oh, baby say I'm not dead, but when I'm not dead, no driving. And I will be descending on your dead. No, I'll see I can't go on your crash. Wow. Yes, and me and I say, hey, I am taking it easy and lightly, but people are having to deal with issues. And by God's grace, we are strong and we are healthy and we're asking for more divine protection.
Right.
I don't see anyone having any better reasoning now. I think that this came up because I had an interview with a sister station. And the interview was about the gentleman who was arrested, Muhammad guy, you know. I say, the SC, you know, what is my take on that? And I said, well, my take is to just let the people understand, say, I was instructed by my regional chairman. My regional chairman invited me, say, member Huno. Now, in some way, I see. Now, you arrested one of Bawumia former guards, our friend Muhammad. But wako posti bibi on Facebook. And they are also posti, you know, just say, what you say, rest well. And now the vice president picture tie her. And the same way me, then I may walk on. And I may say, oh, me regional chairman friend, you know, me call NIB facility. Time I no, we know you my access even as lawyers, so that you meet the client na kasa. So we didn't get to talk to the client until Sunday. Sunday, you ma access no. You go inside no. Guy no statement our one. Say wa explain the entire watchem, the entire watcho rest well no. Now the guy na can say rest well no or the shema me no cry. Say why ye juma ye campaign a break. We ye older person into kojiwa home kakra na bra back refreshed. Sa pepe na guy na throw one statement. That was all I quoted. And some media people and then the propagandists. And this for mopezo mumfanya propaganda no mo piki sa we no say Jerry C rest well say we jono uncle rest well.
I need to move so yes.
Men na me catch you and you can sometimes won't
now then some mobility of politics in this.
It's so sad. And on America no say wait. And you can play the interview. But me boy interview any day, anytime. But when baby, yes, na make share. So what does rest word? I see chese angasa. Na main kind show, main kind. Na wa obeti me agia kind. Na enye me na me share will say, oh, this is it. Me that's it. Rest well meaning. It's a polite and friendly way of wishing someone a good night's sleep or a relaxing break.
Okay.
It's a common way to say, I hope you have a peaceful and restful time.
Okay.
Before someone goes to bed or takes a break. It can also be used generally to wish someone a time of relaxation and recovery.
Okay.
And assuming, say, guy no throw on a statement, which I saw. Say, sana wa chona. The chena and say, one can say, oh, rest in peace. We normally know, say, I just say, wait then. Oh. And if people want to see, say, oh, breaking news, Jaya Ahmed Shaib, breaking news, rest well, or Mashada, twisty, no, wafa. Me, I want the anya media shaman, no, because I no consume, Eponu, 10 gallons. On Yamin, the ammonia steady.
But and how?
Me. Oh, Bizomuzena me did it. Me do what potoyam, me did by any garden estu. Who be crying a man in Yamashim, any tolo beef. I was sure be I will want to me decide anyway.
Very well. And
you can check. This was the true conversation. Until I even had to get more of this message and say, okay, so what is this that they are making noise about? Then the was until Mamin called Google until this one is AI overview. Rest well. And one it's a polite and friendly way of wishing someone a good night's sleep or a relaxing break. The last part just say, generally to wish someone a time of relaxation and recovery. We say nipa kasa and you do not have any bad mindset. As the person said anything bad. Internet me because the rest I'm thinking I won't say my breath. I was even me I won't come after you on this.
Right. I want to come back as a lawyer. So be trust that you will why didn't tell me and pick his microphone now for moon family so.
Me need some time no. Na ejuma e koswa ye ho anu yi. Afi na o kohwe obi a o cho rest well. Ejuma bebrebe a settings bebrebe a koso no. Settings bebrebe ene me ti odo na me hwe ni ama ya ka che ze ebe ye. Ye nye at least 30%. Na me kaima wa obedwane. Na before me kan no ma me che obibi. Ya me di e kasa ya yenti o. When him say President John Mahama, this is third time.
Yeah.
And opa on the Bible mpa wo de kan John 3:3. My main fan show. And she said then I ka ho. What kind John 3:3 you would ask yourself whether the anyamedi kano yetie ana yantie. Till John 3:3 states, verily truly I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of God unless the person is born again.
Okay.
Now only born again. Born again in a reset. Born again Chese, Niamana, wo ye titi no, as I 1 year, then 1 giant to her. Na sisa was Subai. Are you seeing that Subai na say assistant? The reset with a triple reset too. A resetter, it is not also a divine reset. Niamaya Kosubia, Mame Bosumau. First one. Then I can't share on Galamsey. Then, I can't show on Galamsey. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources came to Parliament. About Parliament, no, on the statement, which was an emergency statement. I may contribute here. Ozi forest, one cry out of 9 forest major forest reserves. No, just 7 were in some. When people are arrested, in Kofona, I arrested party chairman, including a member of Parliament who has been cited. The people are almost touchy. As you say, I mean, because they were a japa. They say there is gold board. Now, gold board, what in Zemaeka? Daman, ya renew or molis. Baby, Obe Fabia, ya seen it back. Or no, obeying. Or control gold. Now, if Sane Pano, tell my more opposition, another no. Or not to me fa media. No more Kojina, infa. No more Kojina, and so now. No more Sangalo, no, their best no, or ye interview, or ye press, whatever. Or Chenko of one saying, so in answer, Miss Name, Oko Weija-Gbawe cry affect it. Illegal mining affects but in so any river and every, any denzu, is it not connected? But about this, what the river gas are basum protecting. Now, so Johnny Grant to be protected. Who's the work of our water guard? Water guard, I tell the cassette. Water guard, our ammunition bin. Water guard, our shatter, be. Water guard, was here then. Security lessons, Ben, I was here. Water guard, are they go doom, fire, water guard. I don't know, American. Look at the kind of settings you have had to go through. Nyama President Bama catch over the period. Me, I've always asked myself, then President Bama in the first place, say, Obia ya arrested under the regime of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Say wo ye galamsey no oba obema wo amnesty. Ghanaians say hu. So they are all names so obe no. And no kan no. And to need some political now one can. And they were threatening with emergencies. Say, only declare state of emergency. Exactly. Say, you declare state of emergency. That's it. No more can say and declare state of emergency no more. And na me can be built from Erastus as I don't go. Yeah. See, one notify authorities. No, sir, as say, I name the oil. Then I see. And this is how good I want a beji. Na say yes you we foreigner soon ye galamsey ye chiwa ye de we de overseas kokrom can you imagine na Ghana in there na ko she prison but the no more can so safuma for time Aisha one ABC here Aisha one wa influence ya on jail or infant jail any Ghana jail any under Akufo-Addo na see so what kind of conversation are we having inti yen hwe nyama yie dia me be chance say me bo settings no so ama wa obeji wa obedantem now 124 economy last time then when was the last time you heard of 24 economy now wa oti on wow we are very educated wo chenk of one amekoso e bisa say 24 economy wo be ka de say night shift 3 shifts 1 2 3 morning afternoon and then in the night and no na 24 no then na shift. Didn't they tell them that? Didn't they tell us, say, industries cry by reducing electricity tariffs among electricity tariffs as at a week ago? How much is it now? 14%. 14.75. Make a 14%. 75. No one in there to me. In fact, if you even want to narrow it down, you round it up to 15%. And so it's about 4.7 or 4.02 something. Then HL transport. Say no more and say every quarter at least 20%. Would happen or increase. There will be an increment on transport fares. And I who say where settings are there now. Didn't they tell you about first time I school for freshers, university tertiary. Now what if you won't be? And I would also process it. Until then, have you asked yourself all of that? But see, when you look, I have had the opportunity of looking at a few things people have done and written on. And what kinds of anyamana now be someone say na settings ben ye Settings, state of emergency. We are going to stop it in 1 week. Knowing all the kingpins, not deporting but prosecuting foreigners. Baby, I'm crying now, and this is from their normal conversations. The campaign says, we are going to declare a state of emergency. You best stop it, Galamsey, in 1 week. Knowing all the kingpins, we are going to go after them.
100 days is swaba.
Not deporting but prosecuting foreigners involved in the trade, etc., etc. Now, Abia, so BC Nyamasi, and the person is doing otherwise. Any settings? What setting? Internet see. All you need to understand is John 3:3. President Mama already president. This is the third time, and so this is third coming. And he himself doing the sona. Or see, he's been in this for 3 decades, 30 years. 30 years will not name the other question to say, I say, don't get your kind. So, the kind. Or see, MPP cannot come and act like Omo name the Omo yet. Because they've been in opposition to have known the trade and to know the rocks before coming to say, where, say, where would you see her? What is happening? Settings. Settings. We need to wake up. If we don't wake up, we are doomed. Let me give you the second settings. I'm going to see port duties. Reduce port duties. Many workers say, yet the budget buy, what the NDC did was to ask for. I'm going to say, yeah, extend the, special import levy. Now, special import levy, under MPP, it was going to expire. It was going to elapse or expire by the end of the year, December 2025. Now, I say, I want him to say, no, infinity. Obidi. Nobody is stopping anybody. And this is what is happening. Now, we'll see where your settings are. We'll see it. Now, I did say, I you levy, or now why you levy now the special import levy. I want him say, MPP time, no? By December 2025, you be uniform. How would you see where they? Oh, but till that do us part. So if you don't get these settings, what are you going to get? Now let's go to the other one. Then you also look at suspending duty waivers for medical practitioners. Medical practitioners, but say no be more no more galamsey conversation.
Yeah. But Obiba Kasenya leaders.
Now are now Donald Trump no more kinds of now or no is he not doing all of them? How many days do you want to? But don't him say open gold board until you've been able to even get an act of parliament, and then there is an institution.
Budget assigned their support.
Answer now when your budget are supporting, which you are going to use about 275 million weekly. Women's bank.
Yeah.
Now women's bank no fell so for Sukwachi your friend say budget no dey na so. Women's bank is 51 million. Felix Ofosukwachi budget is 73 million. Just go to Office of Government Machinery, it's 2.7 billion. Women's bank is still what? 51 million. Does it not tell you all about the priorities? They are more doing settings, no. Yeah, settings in Kwa. Women's bank. Now in my or more Ghana crowd, what you saying? All the women you are giving them only 51 million. When you have come to promise them, what show more boss away, maybe I'm out. Settings, they are all because settings in there also. Now, free fees for first year university students, marker. Then, say, now we are Dr. Mutala, a doctor. Oko program, international program. What is all can COVID in Ukraine? I said,
no, see, I fetch Ghana.
Now, one video so that I was the COVID.
I said, excuse.
And your settings. Now, one thing President Mama and Kasaso. So, what are we talking about? Maybe I'll be Fabia settings. Oh, COVID in Ukraine there, and yes, excuse I had him. Nagana, Agufado, now our bon, Yanim, she, there, we don't, your name, Mambo. Says, I want any Mambo. Maybe I'll be Fabia, I see settings. And the, would they, and this in Nipa. Ordinary sample in him and our poetry, what our Bible catching is on kind John 3:3. Almost the son, Nyama, whom you ever change. That's a cement bag, yes. 140 Ghana cedis. Some people even sell it more. As it say, Then ekosu. What is happening? What is happening? Now what kind of my would they go? Then what happened to revocation of appointments? President Mama, meaning say Ukaipa say there was no way or no Oba obey you building. Na ya ji no ye Ghana for.
Building the better Ghana we want.
Na na ye Ghana for. Until we free say we a party ni say we or no there. Shame fun who say we are Ghana ni until obey making sure so obey protective. Oba one actual revocation chono. Sisa Oma say it's from 7 December. So when him say for institutions are even 2 years ago or more appointments kwa wa yom. And then me no kasa na me say nkrofo to be a yom oko Ministry of Communications ono de juma ordinary there say the oya ne say libra ya wedding or sponsor weddings now wakosa the arrogance is coming in, is filtering in, and the Ghanaian people are seeing. Say the
a hand tiny bomb.
Oh, na hand tiny they say
no.
Na say the pano there. Sana our life tia what the says it's a new say.
People na hand tiny bomb no.
And some judge they say natural. Hebi mu de omo ye natural. Na ohun no. Ebi mu omo responses to say omo free ba no. No omo kita Ghana scan na ohun omo. It's normal, it's natural, and it's going to build some more. Naturally, they are arrogant, and their posture is what you are seeing. Odi to me so I show Munsem. Obi to me sure. Yes, see, you register SIM cards. Oh no, one back yeah, I said didn't you register.
What's your papa? The MPP here, then your papa.
And your friend I uncle. Oh, friend and man I uncle. And I'll test you be I uncle. And now or the Obi Kasa what me tell you. So what is wrong about the SIM registration that the MPP did? Back pay. What is going to happen? And this is what we need to watch out. SIM registration. Nipa or back born or born who do or can't say my fam one person obeti.
Yamagana full queue, Yamagana for Kaumo bread.
Says Bizana, was it? Maybe Bizano, I think was it the veteran or some Bizano, was here or just can or telco. So now telcos no just can or more, no, Omodia 2 1. What just can telco so obviously they will come back to the customers or the consumers and they take the money. Now when you see now when your settings are there. And your settings are there. Miss media. I was just hoping and praying that President Mama for this time or Basso Bejai legacy. Say Obiba for President Mama dear. Papa will buy no 4 years I'll buy no dear. Anka nimpa anka yantuno po free ho. But 3-4 days ago you call your friend was saying Edum market. And now you call Katamanto. Oh offer. Bonoini, Biza, my regional secretary, and I said, Nasa me fan on Kai. Yanu, anymore, now go for the Omuntuma to form. Men I make a show, and it was organic. Ha, I mean, the Omona at his own Gino Jesus. And comfort me free almost no more deity. More piocho. Why? It's because your trauma settings. Your trauma settings clean.
But maybe a dress, Ghana man who come here dada.
Oh, yeah, dada no way for.
Yeah, Turkish no answer. I will be quite twaba. I'm a party be or twaba. I'm a party be.
I said no one I pen and no for son I home. Because your party for na omopaba and yes, but ye won you. Say, oh, papa, Kai said. Papa on yeno, and this is stepfather beer or coaching is no girl 5 other girls and son of mommy. And you know, and the papa on yeno says, yeah, yes, stepfather, no, what to say 5 other girls, yeah, my miracle, I'll be back for you now.
The first 100 days in the Omonia, the papa beer,
over, not catch me, says, yeah, dear me, and I'm always very objective. Says, yeah, dear President Mama, yeah, papa, or me, soon say. At least what Jatum say free SHS here.
Okay.
That is the only thing. that President Mama has done for me to think that, hey, oh no, Mosha said no Mose 419. Oh, Mosha said no, say, all I be lie. But say, no. In fact, during the presentation of Sona or Parliament, me say, I say, oh no, or can't time say, free SHS, the only day, on fan and sanka. Now, on fan and sanka, dear, more my manum bre. The TIs is here in Kofoda soup besides Cassay and Bomono Fanko school. It will be between to an attempt. Me Weija-Gbawe phone or Mutio, they are more qualified to go to university. I more expect it the first whatever year payment no almost sankai. E people ba o betimi amaye aboye busia yetua na ye de amawo da be na ye betu am. So if you understand all these settings, you would appreciate what is going on. If you talk about other taxes, you know, much as the tax you or left and they are right. Now right no can I such mark on. Yes, some other people will talk about ye levy. Yes. Same way MPP also felt the need to come and take off those taxes. But the good part is that was also taken care of. So yes, nipa idea. Into overboard abaso. But what's his settings pa? And one a mema line.
Right, ye two baby who tax a cost so I will crum her. Minim say now will crum her now baby. A point in time, na acquire say MPP for a dane ma. A point in time, it seems na bambo jumeku war kremu. Ubia tia da IGP watia da ye atake MPP nia ye bano so te se bibia ho dia
one baby me nim say wo studio sometimes you need to be guided but me say na tin sana me kan na wo de ba ko say me ayesi me wudada enti na me kan ye first of all kofu baby be can say oh we did well by conceding early. But that was the number one problem we faced with these elections.
Said Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia ban tembeji too.
Na me over the period my monitor elections. And I may say normally members of parliament or more co-elections are announce your more results now on him no money they are happy and they forget about the presidential. And so you know what happens. Now presidential, no na ya ebe anipa no win ko na ya wi ano. Ana enya sa. Nti me say me ma me specific example. And then maybe you can match it along. In Weija-Gbawe, the agreement was that me ma ya presidential first. Answer na ya there.
Parliamentary no.
Then because me say me say me ko ma me parliamentary there. Me ni beji na me refi say me
interest.
Nti yes, sir. Yeah, presidential and we came into the next day into the parliamentary. That was when the flag bearer had conceded. On him the NDC4 became very emboldened. Police force rose mobile transfers. Many occasions say a transfer because they were even able to show say they were more neutral and professional. I had to stay on my feet for close to 76 hours.
Because all crowd attention war.
Now me go me said nipa na me hwe no go declare no. Or declare no now the powder go no so now go for more than 3,000 in it. At that point, in go for no mo go to abama no bebre na mo din it. Why? Because we had conceded. And that concession gave us a lot of problems. Because police for anka ombegina ha ma wo no. Almost to say or ensure say there is proper enforcement of law. Yebe pamono, and I yebe transfer. Me see many baby I transfer. Opa, almost all the regions. People who were seen to be more professionals, they have been transferred. Afe, when you do that, in Kofono or more winning, they are able to gather themselves and then plan better. And that was what happened. And to me, the region, NDC regional, they were able to manage and bring a lot of people from the regional party to come and cause problems. But paying the pain. And yeah, easy. As at the time we considered, the EC had not even published one electoral year. Do you know what that means? It means that we were actually too fast in conceding. Although to the larger international community, it's democracy. Now, President John Mahama, 2020, or consider.
But so why will your coalition now? Who's at the end in Korea?
Naza me coalition. Me opponent no so now I am a coalition. On him say we. Na me no can say Ablekuma not ya free. Ya declare. Now you see far win by your friend say presser say we have collated and we are done. Court crime order. Say yeah IGP ma protection. Any task force no now you see declare or my declare. Na IGP no time no of us no say be maintaining no and I be retaining into yeah we are be alone you border you be alone you border and obisa
ona wo jere abedu kume
nti sapepepe and now me no say the results of Ablekuma North has still not been declared just because even people who matter and can bet me a task force protection, member solid protection. Almost through. And I'll be in IGP, or be in deputy, or be glad to meet by as soon as I see Uncle Chef Minister of Interior. I say, that is the kind of conversation we're having. So it gets to a stage, professionals are no more, with all due respect, not all of them, are now party professionals. They are not professionals for Madagascar because also say ejumana ordinary kra no and I am born to go ever transfer now on me nem go for must send me message say oh me wo ha me wo da mongo me wo we saboba into the me ba na nya easy into betimi a my baby kakra money make baby kakra. This is what is happening. So you think about it. They were emboldened, they managed to raise more forces, and they came to the MPP domains. Now, Domingo Abeja, then I go. I saw it in my constituency. Me life. Nipa kodaya nga honorable pakati ya bet me akacho life. Me jinana ye ji ballot bosses na ye shino.
Can be beach MPP as a political party now.
Oh yes. That maybe so I will say President Mahama 2020 or consider na. Up to now, President Mahama will consider 2020 elections. Opa President Akufo-Addo business say 2020 President Mahama consider na. 2020, there's no way that you can tell me that President Mahama considered. Up to date. So when you think that, oh, you are a diplomatic politician, you are doing well, you may be also punishing your people. Because MPs are called to draw. Their constituencies are the 90, 15, our win, the 90, Abanga. All of this because of the concession. Because now people are overturning me. As at the time before they will declare my results, I knew I had beaten my opponent by more than 3,000 votes. Now, because of we were all like, okay, so what was happening? So if we had gone, no, after there, Asisa, Asakeke. Asakeke, they are obedience. I say, Asakra, would you want to beat in the Panawudi? But after there, one woman said, no, didn't Panica.
You many party come on, Mammy Roma Imras with a fee, na ye nin Komokakra and Faho. When him said, Kumano, Asad now, Munamukita MPP, and I buy no Munam managing the toes soon what my year Juma, say, oh, yeah. They are two reverend team for Jono, a Bopusa, a Bohun.
Oh, on him. First of all, I've just been worried, say, Reverend in Team Fojo, or Yene Juma, first of all, as ranking of security and defense.
Yeah.
And Bibi Bani Nema and now TBBR, there is every reason for him to do further interrogation. That is
as a whistleblower.
Not just as a whistleblower, he's a member of parliament. He has what we call oversight responsibilities, or oversight functions of a member of parliament. That is one. Two, constitutional man say OTBBR, and apart from the whistleblowers, LTI and all of those ones, a mouse didn't say OTBBR also say and shed until and year you can also blow your whistle. What is wrong? Asking say na playing with a bear den na parky for 5 days. Na park here and also. Na then SC na another plane buy. Na esa plane no betuno. Na ya dum kane. Na then buy. Na say so me kan ya call you director bi wo ho. Na then SC na say obi so see time na say na plane no crash land here. So these are very justifiable questions. In law, what you can say about that is perhaps to say that they are hearsay.
Okay.
That is what you may want to say. But the person is also trying to make some inference. In some American or Pacha will say, would therefore dream baho kakra, the American Osha. Ya nenye. Bibi woman na bibi nim. Obviously, he has a lot of things he's been able to lay his hands on. Honisan kanyama baby. Now I say, okay, mupa. Mun set up inquiry. And our president na be on his Facebook, whatever say, be seti bibi. Ya beti nya ama o krawa be boye. In sama wo nim wo hono. Na wa beche. Na wa sorry. Anopa. Miti ya gaze no ya ko ofi ono ga na ne ba 7 years. Na ya bonus account. Who does that? Unless it's not true. But I was very devastated by the fact that you can go to somebody's home unannounced without a warrant. And then you say, oh, first of all, I want to pick you. Now, so why are you taking my daddy? Now, on our bono.
What bonny bano?
Sana miti. And it's an allegation. May not mean but it was, and I hope and pray that it wasn't true. There's one thing that I have learned over the period. Say, NI before 99.9% are professionals. Unless those who are not the typical NI before, I be a party for a mafra from. No, I'm betting me a disable. But if you are talking about typical well-trained NI before, and not even proper national security for money, sir.
Oh, yeah, lawyer, ni rule of law, saying that, you know.
Now, rule of law is based on what the law says, and the rule of law also allows for checks and balances. It also allows for the fact that we have 3 major arms of government. There is an executive, there is a legislature, and there is a judiciary. That's why President Temeka say, or Chief Justice in Semu. That's why Chief Justice Temeka say, oh, there's something happening within the executive. That's why Parliament also makes laws. And we all check ourselves. But if somebody is checking you, and our own you are not supposed to use force. The Constitution protects the member of Parliament. I think if you look at our standing order, 23 talks about privileges and immunities. Same way, Oba Constitution, I think is 115, 116, 117. I just say a member of Parliament stands the opportunity or the privilege of getting some protection. And to Ubia, won't mean it is there, or first of all, you have to go through the speaker, the right honorable speaker. I will for permission. Say, me present for Reverend Tim for John Shea, me present for
because of ABC.
Exactly. And the speaker would either agree or otherwise to say, okay, Reverend Tim for John Betty me have a shower, and I hope Parliament within the principles of Parliament, I find a besha. And somehow, no, Bisano, Bibia, we are now called baby. How is that too much?
As Deputy Minority Whip, what brief must say, or evidence, concrete evidence behind
me, when we had the meeting, the agreement was that we don't want the full details.
Okay.
And the reason is simple. Yembese Ochina ukoti bibi wo bibia. As a ubia me catch Jerry into Jerry na wako liki nyina. There be. Ya bisa o bibia ye kama usi ha wo bibia osi ha bibia o micheso. And I'll be releasing it as and when. And it says, oh, do you want to get further information? We said, no, hold on. We have an idea of what you have. This is good. Let's push. That's all.
Right. Yeah, that's what my Mrashibi Jeffy. Fachame, as far as them MP. Akukodronia Hodeno, any dino, Sabi, my family was here, Fachame Kakra Council. If you because I'm for see you say we are destructive. Oh, having a woman rush with the fee regarding to vet in the course. So, yes, they are buying normal or mamooning in a normal. Who says no? And then a course.
So, first of all, in your dindia, I mean, I should say, Yamina demand. Say, Ugo show me body now was some walkover. And you want to believe, say, oh, Abia, Nipa way.
The body need to meet me, and the Oba.
That one I won't let it happen. But I'm a very respectful, calm person. I understand the rules of engagement.
Okay.
On the very vetting day, as a faithful day, seminar propaganda assembly. It's very sad, and I feel very pained about that matter.
They see, you know.
Oh, look, I was very disturbed. And I'll tell you why.
For your actions, and I said,
I didn't even do anything, and that is what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
First of all, every vetting I the day of vetting, either when we are closing the day before, there is a certain conversation. I have a conclave. Until we have share, I say, oh, and I say, Ochina, way, and I we are. That is how it's going to be. Until the day in question, we met in the morning with the chairman of the vetting, with the leadership, and then the committee members. And I agree, say a vetting of only 3 members. 3 members, no. Minister of Sports, Minister of Transport, no more come. But no. Around 8:39, and there were a few requests. Say, oh, now Minister of Sports, no, offer you tea, and in call for more free tea buy, no.
I want to be overstay.
Until young said, then I bet me I am. And I may cook be say, oh, champagne for no beer, and you say, your moment now. Until bet me at least we can even fast track it for him and his chiefs and elders or traditional leaders to go. Yamiadum members G2 until we did the 4th person Minister of Sports. No. Then there was another request, which request was that Yenshe Minister of Transport. Minister of Transport, Officer Boba. Me national service was Aboba 1993 thereabout. Na nim omo chief no nana no your friend no uchabubu na omo wild guys and the omo ntukwan keke.
Okay.
Nti uchabubu aba na me can say, oh, chief, omo my consider minister
na sabuba for the so
na yanko because omo kwan wa, and apart from that no uchabubu omo ntukwan sa nti wo de yan dwin we nyina bono yini na me nkofo gitum na ye Minister of Transport, Honorable Liquidia. You 9:58 p.m. 9:58 p.m.
That means I'm a break. Fatigue.
Oh, don't even talk about the fatigue yet. We say 2 solid ministerial nominees. No more them. Bakuye Minister of Health, Honorable Akando, and Bakuye Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa.
Yeah.
So our people were like, now then, you know that we have actually finished. We have closed. So they know they are mediani coffee broke man back. And you know, we were moving from where we the vetting room and then into Parliament to even go and have reports approved before we came back again to continue the vetting, because some of the people are on my bread. So we came back and then we saw this scene. I said, no, we can't do it again. So all these are major cabinet positions. And you need to even be fresh in the mind and body to even start a new thing. And because it was going back and forth. So me call Honorable Akando. Madam for the night before na me na kasa. And I maybe a few questions or share. Even if it comes up, you should have an idea of, because now you're born come. We are not enemies. So me call Jinan in China and got you and say, Honorable Akando. I wouldn't say but I wouldn't be. Where you crowd the open saying Kosuka, would they try and talk to leader? I assign after your market. And if you talk to him, he can even get us to understand, say, would they young share, but I'm not sure we can go ahead with any other person. But I know that would be the 6th person. And that would be after 10 p.m. Imagine make us Obiba JK watch it. Yeah, seriously. And you can watch the videos. I me check here. No. First, I me feel say Edem Agbana. And he actually moved towards him to confront him. And I see no. Then somebody gave me a sign say one chance I saved, but I know I saved doing Kitiaba. Giddy. But Marshall no home yet. no Marshall no catch him and say Ominjai until he moved me virtually from that end. And I maybe Jina in between two tables. Apparently no tables no now you beam until me na me called Jina middle. And I did so because at the point no baby. So I just said to myself, let me just go and find comfort at a place me trouble with anybody and not clash with anybody. Me was a boy honorable member na Chasa said you need about 4 other NDC MPs. Guess what they were doing? They were pushing the table towards me. Seriously. Propaganda and you know, because we decided not to be talking about this, so we let it. But yes, and then I met now and I met you. And you can watch the video any day, anytime. They were pushing the table forcefully, 4 of them. Yeah, they pin me. And because I was standing in between 2 tables, then I saw the danger. So it was actually a police officer who was standing by me that saved me. So omo ye na me say omo gravity no energy na eba no me my table no so by the way no edge no kakra. And I was my beat omo because after the omo ntimi push it. Yeah. And I was omo pushing it girigiri and I me train mo ho. And no. Me na me catch a wopa share video no. I will not sit here any day, any time to justify what happened. Because you see, I have children in my home. I have family members. I have a wife. I have friends. And they wouldn't know you to be somebody who is violent. And see, when these things happen, the first thing, I see. And what the NDC propaganda team did was to just capture that. When they were pushing the table, they never captured it. But when I tilted it,
Jerry Amedina Ebubu tables.
I feel very sad about it, and I know it is very regrettable. I know, say, it's condemnable. I don't think, say, this should ever happen. Parliament is a parliament of understanding. It's a parliament of working together. It doesn't matter your size. It doesn't matter your numbers. What matters is Yankambum. Look, 5 MPP people can cause more problems with about 187 NDC people. Why? Because if there are few things they see that they are very crucial and they are able to raise them and they can maintain, say, it would be better for you to rather understand them, work with them, so that
business between.
Exactly. And then let me give you an example. So, same thing with this Gold Board Act. We had agreed, say, there were some clauses that needed to be reviewed. Now we're closing, at least we're looking at up to about 17 sections or so. Now within those sections, we won't go beyond them. Then I see you call first 4. I say okay, we had agreed. Then we went to 10, then to 12, to 15. After the almost see there be to the extent say the leader of government business, Honorable Mahamayariga, said, whatever agreement we had with his chief whip, it was not there. So he is not
agreement here, no.
When him time Mamu passes our Gold Board way, no. 3:38 a.m. So what are you looking for? So you can go check it and check it any day. It is regrettable. There is no way I want to find myself around any place I'll be violence for. But what is there? Say in Kofu more than 4 and now 5. Omo push the table abe prawa. Now what you know show. All I did was to tilt the table so that they don't have that gravity. Say omo nyasa didn't say omo push beba me ho. Me was and I was supported by the police officer. And you can check it. You can watch the video 10 times. You see what I'm telling you.
Right. Obi hu na wo hu no ma wo ye o man university of Jafia. Na dwene be ne say wo ye obi a watena o man university of Jafia kura ache. Eye mpanyimfo 1 PP mu a wokoto mo mrase bidwafo no e na ma wo saa ntetiye no ana se eye wa wo fie nyina na wusunsua no ma.
Me wo fie na menim hwi. Menim tro is just by God's grace, and then the several so my me say ade no menim intimation and yes now one name now was say be twa yes, and exactly what I'm doing. Me leadership no o say afenyo marking me friend no boss your friend is saying,
I don't pray.
My friend, Osayin, my friend, my respected leader, I don't pray, my friend, my boss, because he's the chief whip. Honorable Abib, my boss. Honorable Patricia Piaget. Omonya, my friend, I know my friend, mommy. Then, tia, Messia, and you almost so. I don't know, but one bell has to say, Bessia, she. Now, they are solid group of people. Bibiano, Ombechel. Me, my year press conference is about close to 7. Why? I'm the first timer. They give you the opportunities. Why Obecho will test. Ocho we are on review. They are one man. They are more person on fan count. They are caucus no be agree. Their leadership be agree. Oma Obecho will send their own call about how to go about. Maybe to me a press conference now. Honorable another president me. To say me bodyguard. I say yeah, go like that. Don't go. Yeah, be confident. Yeah, no okay. So all you need to do is that this is avenue. He will keep telling you this game is full of prayers. You need to pray. Memfa ndiago memfa wonya time bompire cry ya man crofon boa. Now bompire. Now bompire what kind of idea be in the chamber. If when you are in the chamber you learn and you get to know. When you have an opportunity, me name my wife to you and I'm standing orders now man me what to. Na me kind na me say okay. Share one say the short title. Where is another long title? Where is it? I'll be waiting. Won't you?
I won't know you share. I will them.
Oh, that's all. Chewa now. Why never chew? Now about suspension. Now what kind? It's the time suspension. By a minimum say content to this suspension. Yaman from 30 to 36 days. Because there's a only man guy. Very difficult.
Wouldn't be a basic crowd.
So you know. And if you don't allow yourself to know, you would never know. And they have a fabulous group of people. Look, Minority Caucus for Obia and Kam Basa Basa, Omon Bo, Omon himself, who your first timer, but who be pure man, I say, Mpacho, you need to come into the chamber. They will come. You see people, somewhere like Dominic Nitiu. He's, I think, a seat timer.
Yeah.
Oh, friend, Obeba, oh, China say, yes, I'm sorry, yes, he will do it. They are Obekabia. I don't more leader. I don't know say it Jeremiah.
But who my image of the film no ebo hu kakra because obi a wawura mu no na nka wo kokohie nuanom abusuafo ye MPP abusua na nkoye na nipa be 88 na NDC fo mra shebujafo gu hoto no sheki wo kakra.
Oh, 3 days ago na me ne science no market kan bibi na me ka chere say bibi amakosua wo parliament ho no numbers no here, but I've also come to learn I've also come to understand or appreciate Ngovoka's quality and quantity. No, that is what I appreciate.
Okay.
Na modoso amutu megasa. Modoso adia no mutiase.
Amuntiase.
Na odoso baby e matry makwe. Me ko try she. Wa go try and akọ because na tsunami be ba na afani pa na no so anya bi. Now over Domingo Abenya said, Matry Makwe. No one baby, Matry Makwe, Nafa. What's in the banner or Becasa Parliament? Hey, sit down. No, can't be abused. And see, what is there? Almost every first timer who is in the MPP side, I may catch you knowing that person may have contributed in a way or the other. And if you like, take another 100 from the NDC side. Nipa no ebia. Na I'm bebe da super post because for na aka no. President Mama for na aka no. Obia wojidi said the
attention in need.
Parliament no ga moba omhwe wa na wa for baby. Na enim say endorse. Enim say dia ye wona eno na ye wono. Nti eze yen suase na ye tena fie. Nti ye fie ne chamber no. So what we do is to make sure that we get ready, get prepared. I am learning. I mean, there's been an occasion now, Speaker Abisam is standing order beer. I couldn't get it, but I learned. And that is because I'm a legal practitioner. Lawyer beer, Okita cases in now on the team. Yabisa, now I share with standing order, no matter our constitution, man, yes, sir. So that is what people should be doing. And I'm willing to learn any day, anytime. And that is how it has to be. I believe that we have the best of materials. So it doesn't matter the size. It is painful with the size. It's painful to say a gold board that they were more. It's painful with even some of these appointments. Some of them that came for vetting. Now I want him say we say, and there's on farm, but over farm because we get the car to about more.
You only have a say,
but we don't have our way, and you saw it. Some of the people that came for vetting, yeah, kind of seriously, they shouldn't have gone through.
Oh, which is why?
Oh, my friend, now my friend, my friend, and the panel said, then to the age, oh, me, I don't say, oh, to because about more now, and that milk has of your but I said,
yeah. Say now who knife Parliament? Do early days.
Knife Parliament is becoming more exciting, and it's becoming more exciting because every day, any in Sema. I mean, yes, I say, business was slow. Sometimes, you expected to say, but there were things that we also did very early and quickly. And that is why I told you, say, it's not even about the numbers. It's about collaboration. One of them, they say, vetting, say. That is quite historic. Say, vetting of several members. Appoint you within the shortest period of time. Be great. Make us say, mobile, no, Mambeda. Yeah, to be a Juma up to 1 a.m. Me Martino Parliament, I upon 1-2 a.m. And make sure it's a good board, I'm passing at 3:38 a.m. People are ready and willing to work. And in this night Parliament, you have almost all manner of people. I make sure it's all manner of professionals. So, Madam Vopa A+ Osha.
Yeah.
John Dumelo Shaho. Nkofua Moshaho. Obi say, your friend say, they are Wale of Bawumia Wale Adam Smith. Your friend is Papa no. Onu say na me if say Obenya Ebia Minister of Finance and even Deputy. But I am farmer. So, Ninth Parliament is interesting. It comes with a lot of people with varying ideas and thinking. It's early days. It's too early to say but at least what we know is that we are a mighty minority. We are doing our Juma, led by Afenyo, who is solid on the ground. He knows what he's about. And whatever we are doing in Parliament, at least we can tell. Say, our party people are happy. They are seeing that we can come back in 2028 in a grand style.
Right. Me do ba constituency na ye din koma for party national na ya activity lines and but before then, first 100 days of John Dramani Mahama. It was saying.
So much I was setting simple. And then let me end it up by saying, said President Mahama about issues on family and friends.
Yeah.
Now, Oba no want to say. Now, so when himself be what say bank we CBG. When them the oil MD or CBG. Because CBG, we don't the oil MD. Now, say 50 have equity. The wife na CBG MD. And I just are you going to talk about qualifications? With the people that were appointed in Akufo-Addo's regime, now focus on your family and friends. No, they weren't qualified. Now, in Kofu baby, baby, are they not just family people who have now been positioned in places as I say, your family and friends? Yes, that is not be. You look at cocoa prices. Now, cocoa prices are more there. I do for Ziwangaza between 6,500 7,000. Many workers say if you go to Ivory Coast, I'm increase your cocoa price everywhere by 22%. 3 days ago, one of our members had a press conference in Kumasi to talk about the cocoa prices. What is happening to the cocoa price? Maybe I now then I go to cocoa prices. So this is the kind of settings we are looking at. Now, didn't we also talk about LGBTQ plus? Now, what you know, yes, I.
So, someone sang Fanko, my impress with the Fina Monsan.
Not
first one, I spy.
Sad time now, what can say? What constitution was he reading? Or what standing order was he considering? And this is the idea I spy. Now, governor, no, more year won't they know. Apart from Reverend Tim Fodua or Bo, who they will still. Uti baby. In the first 100 days, no, because I won't say, there, ya can't, ya. Ask yourself also, what is happening to cheaper and reliable electricity. Now doom so anyhow. And now me constituency. Me fa na ya doom. In fact, ezi me constituency for no ka say aden with you na ya doom kan ya kwa meet me yeshu one.
Weija-Gbawe ho.
I know na me catch you. Nti na me bisa me say aden say me a minister of energy. Me a George Napo. Ana me a John Dramani Mahama. Me man ka say I am in charge of electricity. I serve the good people of Weija-Gbawe. And I can be making statements. I can be asking questions, filing questions on the floor. I can be lobbying to see that things are done well. I can go to ECG and what is that? It's our containers. No, say I baby I fire. ECG containers. No, what is that?
Right, Yamra Fina, Yenin Komompa, Weija-Gbawe, who Katrani Emra MPP, Nindi Ifye. And come votes are unyaye 2024 percentage unyaye and then adiana we expect na.
Oh no, I mean absolutely no. Ejuma me no me anyeze me boma mabaso me I don't think say the whole of Ghana be ejuma chem me sorry anopa 4:30 me koda anopa 1 AM
4:30.
Yes, Lower station be anu a me nko hoda uko Weija-Gbawe almost every taxi rank must see shelter among me the TV I shall say me the water tank asiso among. Then I mean free health screening, national health insurance registration, having surgeries for people with hernia and fibroid, giving out BP machines. Then I mean registration, getting people free driver's licenses. Then I mean gutters dodo na manye. Crime dodo na manye. So what I say. Ejuma ben na manye. Now as compared to the NDC's parliamentary kind. No damn kind order. Even in the your friend is in collation room, no cry. A day of collation cry no order. And see, you ask yourself, then call what went wrong with all these efforts and inputs? Because the original election, first one, no, before the one I got in, I think it was about 14,000 votes different. So you're asking yourself, what is now bringing it to close to 3,000? Why? And then these are the questions you ask. And especially when you know that a year be a new how one could be. Outdoor be a new how one could be. Clean up exercise be a new how when you know. So what you say? Astro Avenue how one go back and say, you will see. What didn't you do? And so then say electricity, water near Juma, street lights. Don't say na manje. Meeting with your friend say residential associations. How many times did I not meet them? What did I not tell them? What did I not do? So what I say. So you should just understand that it was a certain tsunami. Abba, nyamina ya wadum. Ichumadia oye no na nyamiama waka ukofo na kuma na wa ojina baby ojina. Because when you look at some of the results, I mean, you just know that it's by dint of hard work and prayers. So, if you are asking of percentage, no, it's way below. In fact, I didn't expect that. But there were a few things I also saw. And I picked lessons from. And these phone were smart in a lot of things. We undermine them. To say, the publication or the printing of the fairness saying accreditation. You see, I'm more accreditation. No more accreditation. Maybe I am 5, but more accreditation 500. And think of why I say so more what baby or more warning in a
collation room.
I mean, I make catch up.
Got access to the collation room.
And how did they do that? Because they had to do their own accreditation unknown to people. And you will not watch him bustle until baby say, hey, now wait, then away. No more. So that is lesson 1. Lesson 2. There could also be an insider job at some instances.
How?
Now, pink sheet, no. Before they'll start voting, no, say you have to take details of the pink sheet at the polling station. And there was a certain coincidence that you and I should never take it as a coincidence. And they worked well. Oh, look, MPP say we are very smart, learned people, but there are people who can also be street smart. This is what they did. First of all, pink sheet no electoral officer no the beba no. when they come and open the pink sheet in front of you, Oba wants a pink sheet. No, it's not the exact place and can pink sheet there. Say, and Tebia, who the pink sheet score SCC. I want my constituency. Anatitigu. Oba do no one pink sheet na Weija-Gbawe Methodist pink sheet. Now, what the back titigu no? Because they are almost stronghold. No, so there you go there and you go and see the right pink sheet. Obeba SCCI am stronghold. No, you go and see the wrong pink sheet. Time our pink sheet nebebana, they will agree because they had a lot of men standing at all these places. I know more person about to because no. I almost set the pink sheet idea no. Because if the right pink sheet is not there, they make sure say their agents will not allow voting to start. And all this while no, they are delaying. Into Ubeko SCC am a stronghold no, because it is not the right pin sheet. Yakofa Weija method is pin sheet they about SCC. So they are delaying. Time pin sheet in the Bebano, your boy 11:30, 12. Most of the places that started voting in my constituency started at 12:30 p.m. What it means is that in Kofu Bebia no more person muntu abano. Omo the Omo buye and they left. Bebia ba ebia wa share yi atari oko yi into person twan ntem. No uncle. That was what happened. These are the two.
And you should be free more.
Oh, na me wish I mean be free. Because this was an election that I knew I had worked for so hard and I wasn't going to face any difficulties. But we, Masia, maybe next time the Omodi Babano and maybe Nyamiankaza yes, we write up now more. But senior Masiano, you must come in a grand style.
Right. My young people. MPP believe in so or reflecting, or rebuilding, now or recapture.
The 3 hours.
Kwame party be first one beat me a recapture 2028.
Oh, first of all, say no na yasha say you know the baby no. There is what we call cultural research, we call research, and we call thesis. There is the need for you obey the IFN identification of the problem. Then I see. Then we lagged behind what happened and we were whipped in 2024. For me, I would not sit here and say the OK committee would answer all of that. Some people are also even saying the OK committee no one sure you now can handle some of the issues here. It could also bring problems. And to a larger extent or to some extent that can also be true. But at whatever it is, you cannot answer the problem in a vacuum. You need to identify the problem. So that takes care of that step. And say you say then I see say people had people had accreditation they didn't have to. So they overpowered you. If there was a decision, say they didn't cry, now you see so all of these things. And they also did another thing which was very good. They had some of their people got in as EC staff. Oh, whatever. Which is good. I mean, I wouldn't falter them because if you also played your cards well, you could also have people that you trusted to be working for you. But we take a decision or end this in our bed. We take a decision. That SCC pink sheet.
That means some people are to
oh, yeah. But in instances, I now for say, Bia, over the what did you man? Obey the channel.
I'm for calling for early Congress. ABC Beya, delegate system no, yes, Pande, ABC in Yakrana, Ubi Okita, Kratebi, Trese, where your MPP ni, which you do see in the BBano, your man in Twabani.
I think there are advantages and disadvantages to all of that. You're around no. Me met me a catcher say, and coffee bumono, and some more kind, you marvel. Obiba catcher or coffee buma, you can see 10 people. They will tell you, and it is sometimes because of just the delegate system. Ebia oh yeah will campaign primaries no. Ebia me say my coach ensure nature ensure no me chairman delegates pe. Obia on your delegate no. Me no so say oh ko friend so nko to aba na we ko catch us. We catch us say na oh chance no ma maybe. So we chairman will delegates pe. Yeah. And to cohere them confer delegates no more there. Exactly. So that is a disadvantage. And then yes, when you also open it up, you must, and also if you're also not careful, you may have people are almost shed than MPP for, but be parody among somewhere then, MPP for. Di boni obehu. Na say agents are more ebi mu MPP for kwa ye juma ma MPP. Onye MPP ni, but wa be no agent ama MPP. Oni ni wa be tie MPP for over the period. MPP for be believe in obwa no expire. Day of election what ye juma no. Avena o say o onye MPP ni, avena o ko tunu wa. So it is good to have all of this considered comprehensively. Ensure the advantages and disadvantages. Where the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, I would say that we should look at. In fact, some of them can be hybrid, depending on maybe our watching ako. Because if they over there, maybe early Congress, is it for flag bearer? And early Congress, is it for
national constituency?
Exactly. What does that mean? Did we even elect our flag bearer earlier enough? Were we able to market him earlier enough? So what I say. So all of this, our reasons are we should try and be very impartial in our thinking, not to do things to skew towards a person, a particular person. Me, and don't go asking me, because as I sit here, me support Nipa A and Nipa B and Nipa C. I believe that where I find myself in leadership, whoever the party comes up with, although I have an interest, meaning say oh minyanka me pe pa, but they say there's a min come on too.
Now who are the party?
How are you going to get the party people to fall in line? Obia who say we a leader, and now we general secretary, and now we a chairman, and you are going to support one person against the other person. You haven't shown fairness, and they won't show you. Ghana me maka ngovu tu abati o omuntu abama. So it's just by that your posture and attitude. Ebema ashobi ebufu. Okoto abana and say they are Jerry Ghana Jerry then how far we are born so sir, but not chenu baby. And that's how it is.
Right, Ancha, you're about 20 lines and enough what joining us is here now. So what you're doing, but Mahusa man for so can Kennedy, Obiba Bawumia, and early days, Jerry.
Early days. Now, I think that let's even hold on to Parliament first. Let's ensure say Nyama Kosuyi. Let's get all these people to pipe down Kaka. Nobody is saying say don't reach out to people, but let's manage our campaigns in a very subtle manner. Look, OTA 2024 campaign, MPP na we caused a lot of problems to ourselves. How? Because of some of the things we said about ourselves. Oh, where say, ubetia, and this is for no more fasa audio, no campaign message, no more, no more. If we can understand, say, we are one people, what matters is winning power to serve the good people of Ghana. Me, Obia ni homame. The hour say there is leadership in Parliament. There is mighty minority. There is the New Patriotic Party and its head office with all executives and officials on. Yeah, if they come out with a certain date, say for polling station executives, and I expand and let us go by what the party will say. Let's get unity in everything we are doing. Let us be united. So what I say, when we are united, there is no way, no time, anywhere that an MPP person will be beaten by an NDC person. Yes. Now, even within constituencies, MPP people were campaigning against MPP people. People were openly sharing money for people to go and vote against. Yes. And I mean, my constituency, my opponent, you know, they are far no question the car or the powder goon. So, omo did omo driving around town. No, why MPP ni? Pa. Since I make us like my surprise guys say and suspending and I am coming of free party. Clearly, and I can show you videos. Why MPP ni? So it tells you what happens when people lose elections too. They get very bitter. So wow, we win election no. When I say one for one to from.
Okay.
Now we get it closer to the away losing because on no away losing on him. Bibi hano bi mo. In can for your friend to bojo.
Okay.
Or a dead goat. Whether a he or a she.
To say bibi cross same one.
All time I will lose it. Now people vote to have more winning bonus than this before. Only manner. So if we don't put all of this in check, we bet me 200 times Okwe's report. We bet me offer the candidate I offer says the best candidate. We bet me was scanning and you may end up losing.
Right. Menimsa Weija Dam spillage.
Yeah.
Aye annual rituals. Hafi biya ye biye emanso ni biko. But ha addition wo empotamo tetegu ne SSC ne ne mpotamo. And then ye yafa ho bibi wo ha betima yafa ho ana.
Oh, fortunately, me people.
Okay.
I had the opportunity of meeting the Weija Dam manager, engineer Anum, and then one Charles. Oh, many of them. And there's been a stakeholder engagement. Time I see me uno. Now yeti assembly ho with all assembly members, with Weija Dam managers, no, with Ghana Waterfall, with Weija-Gbawe Municipal Coordinating Director in Krofo. We were talking about the spillage. Unim the Ekoso Weija in 2023-2024. This intervention, then the MC IFN Michael Kwabena Dankwa. Together we met these managers of the dam, and I almost say, if you don't manage the dam, the spillage well, you will cause more problems than compromising the dam. Because say you end up killing all the fowls.
Yeah.
Let us be tactical. Let's be strategic. Let's do it bit by bit. And fortunately, they agreed with us. For the first time in 2024, nobody Weija say and so far. Maybe I'm so by a cry, maybe a level be a call but that was manageable. And then I cry. Me mama asoti me fair even the Minister of Works and Housing whilst we were in the meeting, and he gave me very good response. Chano say there are few dams, not dams, they're very storm drains. I say in dredge. We have 3-4 major rivers within Weija. There were Lafa, there were Bale, there were Kokojo. All of these ones are choked. What do we have to do? We have to dredge so that you're being so there. And then we should also be given a roadmap. Say, you be no time way, you be yaska way, you be dredging way, you be way, and all the stakeholders agreed. And this is how we intend to work on it. I, together with assembly members, all opinion leaders have also agreed. Say, we should push further for the construction of what storm drains, so that nyama say baswa. Tetegufo omombre, Yabomanfo omombre, Kelefo omombre, Zawati ase, Malamfo omombre, Ashbread for omombre. So this is the conversation we've had, and we are hoping and believing so by Tuesday next week that they will fully furnish us with the roadmap. I bet you say this week we yakoye dredging waha, next week we yakoye dredging. Okay, after this week now we'll start opening the dam so that the spillage will start. And that is what we have spoken about, and we are sure said Nyaman Nabe couldn't come out.
And yes, so it is a Ramsar size also a month for us started occupy ho. Minim say we are where they are. Oh
baby. Ramsar sites no baby. I mean I know say President Mama was there I think last week or last 2 weeks. On my instruction, say yenye na nkrofo na omo atwetwa wall a fili Ramsar site no. Demolition. I think he gave that instruction to the regional minister, and also advised as early as practicable. But omonye metise omo call down so man call yes Jumanubi since omo call down so man no. But we are hopeful say people would understand say when you block the waterways, you are causing more problems to lives and properties. So the directions or instructions, the assembly and the regional coordinating council will take it up, so that what is expected for Weija-Gbawe people to live in peace, they will get to live in peace.
But as one here 20 lines, and probably be an OB person will be so BB, which my joining us here on 057 777 1073 057 777 1073. Yana lawyer Jerry Ahmed Shaib and Edin Komo MP for Weija-Gbawe, Deputy Minority Whip. I mean, for last caller. Hello, good. Bad, yanko. Honorable Malam Junction overhead and also potholes. Meaning say under your jurisdiction.
Yes, under my jurisdiction. In fact, the na say no more ye sa kwan no. Nti na ye overlay biom asphalt overlay.
Yeah.
But on say senior amaye no to say metals are in the middle of in between. Nti sa we no omo kra de ba. When I checked the last time, and buy. And see, I would go back to the Minister of Roads to follow up. Say these days, and that's true. I could see a lot of traffic because we can't tie no share down soon. To say who could got them. To say I had to say portals, but I had portal. I have metals. I share in between. Say in so toa, and so no end stay on the stretch, but a bit firm. Echo. But omuyi no na aye dada pa, so they decided to remove them and replace them. But omonya they are na ebeba because they were supposed to have finished that road I think about 3-4 months ago. I mean sure say elections no nti accordingly kaka. I'll follow up with the Minister of Roads. Sikoni
Road. Yes, say obo homodin wa butumska. And I be ahode be pem no.
Enya easy. So Sikoni the contractor enya no so. Em say wakoda kaka, em say nisika swasa kaka. So nyama we nyina we are just going back. Budget ya approved for Ministry of Roads no. The ayasha say you know, at least we can push them to be able to finish those ones. Into your bell lobby akoshe say sa nyama na sa roads na aka no omot me wie no ntem amai.
Right. O je honhom samudi. Obi say 2024 elections no spiritual na.
Me nya prophet. Me nya prophet Jerry anga me uze me bewu. Yeah, announced before me. But can everybody say me part of me nya prophet. Yeah.
Ebisu suggested say Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia waba first time obi enu waba first time aye nti omuma nko second time any year MPP.
Well, like I've told you, it's early days yet. I don't think say it's a yardstick to vote for anybody. What the yardstick is for one to win to become a flag bearer.
Okay.
Obey flag bearer, we are MPP in Nadia. And see, for me, I've virtually restrained myself in showing any interest because Matthias says, manages any money yeswa, na koseniama. And the Abia medo but I mean to me, can say medo menya anka be winnie. Na winnie, I just say, na mede. But and just say and winnie na be winnie, my nyamide so because there may be no nipa no MPP. And they say MP sa nipa no. Whoever emerges the winner or the flag bearer should have the total support of the party people. And they don't come and I'll be saying say me support it. And I'm not saying say people should not also support people. I'm only saying say it's early days yet. Let us allow the normal trend of things to take place. More beyond we anya a certain advantage over way into 1 year and 2 mana the air no and the cause problem. Let us be careful.
Okay.
Me will be a me penopa menyanga. You go election yes sorry na di 2 minutes command say una we flag bear.
Hey why
menka. Be I want to make a home here or back at you, but above me here I will be an
running mate. Ebi mo say na po almost sano.
And also main country I think they are also on the capacity or on the strength or on weakness. Obibiara or befano running mate no. Whatever you may have with Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeno, that person may also have same or more or less. It is up to now be a flag bearer, no, first of all, to say, we may never come home, make me winning me elections. No, that is key. And you said, me don't will into a many no coming home, but many no coming home, I'm a winning election. No?
Okay.
That should be your like they normally say you can kill your mother or sell your mother, or when you get power you can yeah. So what you need first is who is going to get you to win power. And then you say what you should be thinking of first is that we meneno boom na ye juma manya me results na 107.3. What is there? I don't think that President Mama was thinking Jena no Poku professor would, or she's his best choice. Whatever he thinks, if perhaps thought that okay, meneno kwa ebia central region for Beshoso Atwama. That is one. Second, maybe because she's a woman, let's see what can come out of this situation or this arrangement. By interest, President Mama believe he say
only the rightful yeah.
It doesn't mean so. It could just be tactical or strategic. And that's it, and perhaps work for them. If me, I am flag bearer, I'll look for the one who can help me win my elections. Not necessarily. Maybe later I will see me go rest well, so then that one we can look at it.
Madam's lawyer Jerry Ahmed Shaib. Yeah, sorry. Finally, gonna vote you, but we vote you.
Weija-Gbawe, they are lovely people. I mean, in spite of all the turbulence, no more. Almost supporting me. They give me all the love and support. Look, they are me who bisa our election with them. And me say nyame na ka omo bebre omo akoma na omo tu abama me kama. Menim say me nye perfect, me nye nyame. Omo mboa me, omo fa mpa bo nta me chi. Omo nche me dia say me nye mom. Let me hear from you what you think is right. I need proper feedback. And yes, so Weija-Gbawe mu. Yenye de sene fata. Beye the new patriotic party more attractive. Election ye win ye no. We will win by 100% margin. Wow, what me say me a member of Parliament baz Jerry Oba and wa beso me a year. That is what I want. And I pray and hope that is what we are going to do together. My name say Nyama bebre aye papa beba Weija-Gbawe. Okay.
As an orphan MP.
Oh, now orphan there say just say one name say one name mama, one name papa. But 107.3.
May I say God bless you for
like, comment, share and subscribe.